Well, good morning, everyone. Before we get started, let me thank Vanessa, Mary Carmichael, and our entire comms team, the entire staff that's put this great event together, and of course, thank all of you for coming here. We're going to have a great day today, and of course, the networking opportunity is just fabulous. So welcome again, everyone, to Danaher's first, but not last, summit on artificial intelligence. So today we will explore, as Vanessa just told us, AI-driven predictive R&D from promise to practice. And before we get started, I noticed in last evening's discussion that it would be good for me to introduce Danaher to you. Many of you are not as familiar with Danaher as others. So let's see. That is working? Very good. So on the screen, you can see our portfolio moves over the last roughly 10 years have transformed Danaher from a diversified industrial conglomerate into a tech-enabled global leader in life sciences and diagnostics. And we're on a mission to use science and technology to improve human health. It's that simple. And if you look at our portfolio, it's fairly balanced. You can see biotechnology there, which is driven by bioprocessing or the manufacturing of drugs, life science research, which is all about discovery and development, and of course the biologic inputs such as plasmids and others, proteins that you would find there. And then of course diagnostics, where our work focuses very much on accurate precision diagnosis. So we work around the globe to help address the most complex, important problems in biomedicine all around the world with partners all around the world. And artificial intelligence, we know, can be a key accelerator in solving those problems hand in hand with you, our customers and partners. And again, thank you for being here. So if we look at the individual segments briefly, in life sciences, we speed the translation of discoveries into therapies by reducing the time to IND, so investigational new drugs, and BLA, biologic license application, with automation and increasingly digitized workflows and high-fidelity inputs. Now, in diagnostics, we're creating tools that help achieve the goal of accurate precision medicine, treating the right patient with the right medicine at the right time, and improving response rates and outcomes as a result. Now, in biotechnology, we help customers manufacture high-quality, innovative therapies rapidly, securely, and sustainably to bring the latest treatment options to patients. In fact, we're creating a world where high-quality therapies are produced at much higher yields and therefore lower cost. And the result is, of course, faster time to market, lower costs, and greater accessibility. So we empower rapid and effective scientific advances. Acceleration, speed, it really matters. And we know at a high level what our job is. Our job is to reduce complexity, reduce cycle times, and to improve yields, whether those yields are in the drug development pipeline. Keep in mind, only 10 to 12% of projects make it through the drug development pipeline. We really need to improve those yields. Diagnostics that improve therapeutic response rates. So many times we prescribe therapeutics to which the patient doesn't actually respond. We need to improve those yields as well. And then, of course, the end-of-line manufacturing yields in drug production. You know, in many biologics, the end-of-line yield is around 20-25%. Think about the opportunities that lie ahead to improve those. So clearly, artificial intelligence will be key to even more acceleration and improvement of those yields. And the more we enable in silico, the quicker we'll get to the best possible answer. In silico experimentation, reducing the design of experiments before we go to validations is the lever to getting to the answers more quickly. So AI will enable us to have an even greater impact together. And it's clear AI is going to apply to all the aspects of the healthcare spectrum. Think about the complexities all across our healthcare industry, and then you add the different geographies to that. It's amazing how complex these are, and perhaps AI allows us to unravel that Gordian knot. And we know that Danaher is going to play an important role in achieving that impact. So our goal is to integrate our current technologies with the new ones that we help pioneer together with you. Our partners, you, all across this healthcare ecosystem, the opportunity is immense. The impact on human health is even greater. So you'll hear more about our data and AI strategy from my colleagues here during the course of the day, but for now, I wanted to highlight 2 key points that are core to our philosophy and approach. So there's a lot of hype around AI, right? And much of it is justified. But we also think that the signal-to-noise ratio is a little bit out of balance, euphemistically speaking. But our commitment is to drive meaningful use cases that accelerate improved health outcomes, use cases that matter, use cases that endure over time, use cases that have measurable improved outcomes. What kind of outcomes? Well, we talked about it. Faster time to IND, faster time to BLA, faster time to diagnosis, and of course, faster time to the appropriate therapeutic intervention, point 1. Point 2 is we know that artificial intelligence is only as good as the data it's built upon. Right? In the healthcare industry, we can't have hallucinations. Synthetic data has its limitations. It's not irrelevant, but it has its limitations. And together with our partners, meaning you, we generate a tremendous amount of high-fidelity data across our global installed base of solutions. And that's the fuel that scientists need to use AI to generate the right answers as quickly as possible. That's where we want to go. So now let me share with you a little bit what I mean about data and scale as it relates to Danaher. So from the precision of antibody drug conjugates to the versatility of the bispecific antibodies and, of course, the enduring impact of monoclonal antibodies, our solutions address critical needs across the market. It's noteworthy that Danaher's businesses support 90% of the global production for approved monoclonal antibodies, and it underscores our pivotal role in the industry. Now, if you think about 90% of the monoclonal antibodies that are commercialized out there, that's a lot of batch records, operating conditions, quality data. It's oil. It's the oil for AI that drives the engine. And in principle, that allows for a great deal of process input, but also operating condition optimization. You heard of my end-of-line yields here, 20-25%. Well, if we're starting to look at these outcomes and the process records, and we can measure the quality of the inputs to these processes, there's a lot we can do to intensify these processes, reduce the cost of these drugs, speed them to market safely and efficaciously, and ultimately improve access through lower costs. So there's a lot to be done there. Our diagnostics companies play a vital role in advancing healthcare. And you can see here enabling over 1.5 million cancer tests each week to support timely and accurate patient care. At Beckman Coulter Diagnostics, one of our operating companies, well, they further demonstrate this impact by running over 1 million diagnostic tests worldwide every, what do you think, year, every month, every week, every day? Which do you guess? Every hour. 1 million tests around the world, just at Beckman Coulter Diagnostics, one of our operating companies, every hour. So that's unparalleled scale, and it highlights our commitment to improving health outcomes and supporting healthcare providers globally with trusted diagnostics solutions. If we measure it, it's going to be right. That's our commitment. So it also represents a great deal of high-fidelity data. The majority of FDA-approved cell and gene therapies rely on the support of our businesses for research, development, and production, and it underscores our integral role in advancing these transformative treatments. I don't know how many of you were at our Genomic Medicine Summit in 2022, but since then we've been busy. We've invested significantly to advance nucleic acid-based therapies and vaccines, whether that is gene, cell, oligo, CRISPR, or mRNA therapies. We represent the gold standard. So you can see there is plenty of data. And so now you can see what we do. And now you're more familiar with what Danaher does and where we're headed. So together with you, we want to accelerate innovation in diagnostics and the development and manufacture of biologic therapies. I have some breaking news. Ready? So this morning, we announced that Danaher joined the Human Immunome Project as its preferred tools partner. Now, the Human Immunome Project is a global nonprofit initiative to decode and model the immune system to improve human health. And we're very honored to have Jane Metcalf here with us at the conference. She is the chair of the Human Immunome Project. Are you out there? Jane? Yes. All right. So together we'll collect with Jane biological samples at 150 study sites around the world. Danaher will provide the critical site equipment, reagents, assays for the project's proprietary immune monitoring kits, which interrogate the functions of the immune system. Pretty exciting. And we expect to generate more than 21 million data points in phase 1 alone. Phase 1, 21 million data points, enabling the creation of best-in-class AI models of the immune system. And those models will allow us to uncover new biomarkers and drug targets, both for improved diagnostic and therapeutic solutions. So it's a pretty exciting development. And there's more news to come here during the course of the summit. And you might ask, why is that? Well, it's because of you, the folks in this room, which represent the future of this industry. So more to come.